What's up, what's up, what's up? You're now tuning into the Miami Poshcast. Again, Battle of the Texas, guys. This is never ending at this point, but it's some amazing stuff. I just want to end it on this. This is the last on. I know it's an old video. You guys probably all saw it. The Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin, the Lie to Me. And just really quick, as fast as we can, rapid fire style. You know, we kind of failed at that last time.
Good luck.
Just want to hear your viewpoints on it. For those who never saw the video, it's basically the gist of it is she's saying, lie to me. Like you go to work every day and you deal with your workers and all of that stuff. And you come home and you're drained and you're aggravated and you're agitated. And that's the version that I get. I don't want that version of you all the time. Yes, I want you to feel like it's your sanctuary and you could be yourself, but that's all the version that I get of you. Lie to me. Just like you lied to them at work. You're still aggravated. You're still frustrated at work. But you know, not shuck and jive, but to an extent, shuck and jive. You shuck and jive for them. Do it for me sometimes. So I don't get that version of you all the time, 100% of the time. So as you can see, we got the Nika Faye here. Yes, Nika Faye definitely tapped in for this one. And I just want to hear everybody's viewpoints on that video, where you stand. Do you agree with it, disagree, etc.? And let's start it off with Nika.
I mean, I hear it. And I think, and I've shared this before, the phrase that I use is, they get the best of you, I get the rest of you. Right?
Facts.
And I honor and I acknowledge that it's equally guilty. And that shit don't feel good all the time. Right? And the complication with it is two-sided. Yes, when you walk through that door, when he walks through that door, I do want him to feel like whatever armor I had on earlier, I get to take that shit off, right? Whatever weight I have, I get to put that shit down. And in doing so, in that natural decompression, when he comes in, I'm kind of like, hey, babe, I've been missing you all day. What's good? And it has to be that understanding. Yes, I do want the best of you. I am supposed to accept the rest of you. But sometimes, bring that good shit through the door, too.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. My honor said, I'm going to do the same thing. I got to know how to turn that shit off before I walk through. Okay, hold on. And then present myself. It got to go both ways, though.
I love that. Shay?
Honestly, it's a battle because, like, of course you want the best of the person, but, like, you want to be able to accept the worst of them. That's what you sign up for when you get into a relationship. Like, oh, I'll accept the worst of you and I'll still appreciate you and still uplift you. But, like, there's a limit to it. Like, there's only so much you could take before, like, you have nothing else to give. So, yes, there's a limit. Yes, come in with the best of you or the worst of you. But, like, if you keep giving me the worst, then you take away from my reserve and I have nothing left to give. You get me? So it's like a give and take.
Love that. Ralph?
I think it's difficult because I agree with her, but I also disagree with her at the same time because it's like I'm wearing a mask all day, every day. I have to put on this front, pretend like everything is okay. When I go home, it's the only time I get to really be myself and really express myself. So if I can't do that with you, then where's my escape coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do I get to really just let my hair down and be truthful, be honest? Like, man, I can't stand this shit. I'm pissed the fuck off. You know what I mean? It may come off, I think sometimes, and I may be guilty of it too, because sometimes it may come off as directed towards your significant other. So I think we need to be more mindful when we're venting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would admit to that, but where else am I gonna, you know?
You really got the high five.
I mean, if I can't be honest with my person, then what am I gonna do?
Right.
Ellis?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Ralph's basic premise and with what Trinika said earlier. I kind of disagree with Nikki Giovanni in the video because I agree with where she's going and what she's trying to say with it, right? Like, I understand that you should treat your person well, your partner. I don't think it should be fake. I don't think I should have to lie to you. So I think whatever I give you at home, I should give you the best of me, but it should be real. It shouldn't be a lie. I'm lying to them outside the house. Yeah. But when I get home, I have to make sure that what I'm giving you is real and what I'm giving you is good. It can't be negative all the time. Hopefully it's not, or hopefully it is roses most of the time. I know it's not going to be, but what I give you has to be real, but I should also be mindful that it's something good.
Yeah.
Chris?
That's
You
your
gotta-
standard. Go ahead.
I agree. You know what I mean, with Alice, I think I shouldn't have to fake. I'm just not the person who wants to fake. So I agree 100%. But here's the thing, though. In the same note, when I do have those moments, and maybe I do carry it with me, and you do have to deal with it, give me some grace and just let it be. And I promise to do the same. I'll go ahead when you have that moment.
That's the key
I'll
part.
give you grace
That's the
and let
part
you
right
be.
there.
You see what I'm saying?
3 points.
That's how.
Hold on.
I love that because to me, that's the key point right there. Like for me, I don't know if I just interpreted it wrong, but when I hear her say like lie to me, I'm not even necessarily thinking that like the guy has to not like put on a mask and put a facade when he gets home. I guess what I'm hearing her, and she might be being like taking the extreme point on it, but I'm hearing like if you're on the phone with a client, you're just gonna take 2 more seconds, no matter, even if they're dogging you out and they're cussing you out, you're gonna take 2 more extra seconds to go through that filter in your brain and say, let me, I want to check this person so bad, but let me be tactful of how I choose my words. So when I hear that video, I'm not necessarily hearing a lie, like lie to me, like from an actual,
It's
like,
another form of grace.
yeah, like being,
Yeah.
what is the word when you say it just with the word? Literal. Not
Literal.
from a literal
Yeah.
sense. I'm thinking of it from,
Just being mindful.
correct, put an extra filter on.
Being
Because
mindful.
I
hear
know
you,
you're
but
putting them.
I think it's the same thing, though. I get it, filter, but it just comes down to. So to me, partnership is about sacrifice. I don't care if that's with your business partner, your partner in life. I don't care. It's about sacrifice. We do for each other. I sacrifice for us, and you do the same. And for me, as long as it's the same energy, I don't care. So if I do have that moment where I am upset, it's gonna sit in my brain, and that's for me. That's the filter. The filter is like, she held me down.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I get an opportunity, I'm gonna do the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the filter I go through. So it is but you are, whether it's literal or not, you're lying if you don't be your true self in that moment that you're like I was saying. But it's also the sacrifice you need to kick in to kind of curb that yourself. You see what I'm saying? And do better. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think you're lying. Like I legit, and I don't know if it's a Capricorn thing. You might feel me on
I'm
this
okay.
one.
Yeah, I felt what you said before
Yeah,
too.
I literally stop. It doesn't matter what it is. If it could be an argument, it could be a small situation. I take like 5 different steps in my mind. There's a full filtration system. And I think about what I say before I say it. I don't really act off emotion when it comes to words. Like, and my husband's going to attest to it. I've never called him out his name, and I'm talking about in the heat of arguments. That's just because that's how I'm wired. And I understand that you're gonna have people. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You're gonna have people that are more emotional and act up emotional and say stuff, and then go back and you didn't mean it because you're in an angry state and it wasn't a real state. But why not just try? Why not try to have the extra respect for your spouse and just?
I can understand.
I want
agree
to
with
say
that.
this, and I want to challenge you to think not a sacrifice, but right, it's a consideration. So when we have these moments, because there are times when I go home and I know I need to shake it off before I go in the house, and I respect that he has that same thing. It's the whole day, everything, all the burdens, work, and of being a man, like you shared earlier, right? So I don't consider it as a sacrifice. It's like, there's this one person I chose to be my person, and there's the rest of the fucking world, right? So when I'm working with this one person who I chose to be my person, I am intentional about what I say, what I do, and even I don't consider it taking off a mask. Still come in the house fucked up, I got you. And remember, I am your one person. Remember, you are my one person. How I deal with you will always be different than how I deal with everybody else, period.
And put you on that pedestal, you know what I'm
Let me
saying?
check this. Let me check this before I come into the house.
That's not what's taking place in society, though.
No.
When you come in the house, you're not putting that person on a pedestal.
No.
Because in your mind, and we're all guilty of it, whether we want to admit it or not, when we walk home, this is our time and our chance to really be ourselves, to really just let the day be what it was. If it was a effed up day, it was fucked up. I'm in a bad mood. She's going to get the bitter end of it. And it's not intentional.
Right.
It's just that we weren't raised to think about what you just said, to think about the other person that you love, how you want to treat them and the words that come out your mouth.
Yeah.
We were never taught that. As kids, nobody taught us that.
But you know what it is? That's evolution. Because even though you weren't taught it, you see how it made sense when you hear it?
Hmm?
Yo, let me do something
There's
different.
a lot of evolution in the
So
word.
it's evolution that goes back to the topic earlier,
Yes.
right? But it has to be that moment of thought, consideration,
Agreed.
and then you
But
got
it has to become a learned behavior. And it has to
True.
be intentional.
period,
True.
but it
Okay.
has to be
Facts.
there.
Definitely.
It
Yeah.
has to be there. And that shit has to be two-sided.
But what did the world
Yeah.
teach us? When you go home, this is the opportunity to be yourself. Without, you don't have to think. You can
Wait,
just
wait.
be.
Isn't there a label for that?
What is the label?
Safe space. Ain't that what it is?
Yeah, but you see, yes, it's
But
that.
you guys-
but you're hurting
But
somebody
guess
else.
what?
Y'all said
You're
when
hurting
the
someone
women
else.
is doing a safe space, we're nagging and nitpicking.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying,
But
but
here's
we're
that
hurting.
You gotta give
consideration
each other
piece.
grace.
Yeah, we're hurting.
Way to
Here is the consideration piece. Family, your safe space, guess what? Has to be my safe space too.
Of course.
So how do we make
Right.
this shit safe for the both of us?
Right.
See, I just learned something here.
Evolution,
Oh.
my guy.
No.
You're
It's not.
evolving.
No, I evolve.
Yo,
I'm just.
Shelly, he's evolving.
No, don't do that. I evolve every day. I just don't want to cook and clean. I just learned something new because, like I said, I'm guilty of it. I play the role. I play it good. But when I'm home, I'm myself. When I'm speaking to her, and sometimes I say things and it just come out, and she takes it like I'm directing towards her. I'm really not. Just expressing my feelings. But like Portia just said, just think about the words that you're saying and how it's going to impact the other person.
Mhm.
It don't take that much to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we do it at work all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I think to me, that was what I got out of that video. It wasn't like literally lie to me. It was that.
Yeah, it was
You
deep.
take that extra step at work for them, do it for me too.
You know how to turn it on.
Yeah, I feel you. But on the flip side of that, though, in a relationship, you want to be that person's so-called safe space, right? So
Mhm.
when she's talking, it sounds like there's an abusive person who is giving her hell because he's
That is-
facing hell from the world and he's bringing that hell home to her, right? And so she's saying, well, since you're lying to them, lie to me too. And because I don't want to keep catching this hell. But I'm thinking about it from the perspective of the person who, like, you come home, you had a rough day. Like, I want to hear about your rough day because I want to help support you in, like, whatever you went through, right?
1,000%.
But how
I
is it
want
coming
to
out though?
hear it. Hold
Like
on.
how is it coming out when
Hold
you
on, no, it's not even. Yes, it is about how it's coming out. But yes, I want to hear about your bad day.
Right.
I want to be here for you. What I don't want is you to treat me a certain way because
100%.
of your day.
Right.
Yo, bring that shit in the house. Let's figure this out together.
Right.
But don't bring the energy
Right.
towards me.
Exactly.
I'll help you
100%.
unpack that
Respect.
energy.
I'm not
Yes.
your punching
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
basically, you know
I'll
what I'm
help
saying?
you
It's all
unpack
about
that
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
it's about the way
Yeah.
you,
I can
you
respect that.
But don't throw that energy at me.
Right.
And
Nah,
I
you got to be
am
mindful of
super
that.
mindful
for sure.
to not
Yeah.
throw that energy at
Yes.
like for
So-
me, I'm a mute. I don't like to express feelings.
Right.
I'm not a gushy person.
Right.
I like to just be in my zone.
Right.
She's like, oh, she keeps running her mouth, I
Damn, not
everything.
running her
Everything is blocked off. Like when I'm not in the mood, everything is blocked off.
Yeah.
I'm in my own space, my own world, because I don't know how to be vulnerable. I really don't.
Yeah.
And she'll say the same thing 100 times, and she'll be like, "Did you hear me?" I'm like, "I really didn't." But it's coming up. I'm being
Yeah.
disrespectful. I'm really not. I'm just
Right.
trying to
Being
be,
honest.
be in
Yeah.
my zone. But
I
that's
hear you.
disrespectful towards
I
her,
hear you.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I'm a verbalizer. So I come across as a complainer because whatever's in my head,
You
I
say.
say. I make it
Oh,
into
okay.
words.
I get that.
Okay.
And so I get a lot of, why are you complaining about everything?
But
I'm
you're
like,
just
I'm really
communicating
just-
in your
Yeah,
style.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
get
I don't know how
that
to communicate, so
1,000%.
I just know how to stay quiet.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap on this
I learned
topic.
something new.
I mean,
I
feel
learned
like
something new.
this battle of the sexes. Yeah, sexes.
Yeah.
This battle of the sexes was amazing.
Not the bad.
Not the fans. I got stuff behind the camera, but I felt like the battle of the sexes was extremely insightful. I know for me, I'm a very passionate person, sometimes to a fault, where I could sometimes think like my opinion is the only opinion that's right. I'm working on that. Give me grace. But the whole point is, I really wanted to do this because I wanted to hear everybody's perspective. I feel like we can learn a lot from hearing everybody's point of view, their walks of life, and everybody has a different one. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to my amazing guests. I can't wait to do this again, obviously. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. We out.
Well, thanks so much for listening to another amazing episode of Miami Poshcast. Please subscribe.
All I know that works in the world is a relationship.
Yes, all right.
Okay, that's all that's going to work. It takes two people to have a relationship.
Yeah, but the
You don't
relationship.
have a dream, fake it.
But the relationship, you can't fake a dream.
You got to fake it because we don't have dreams these days. How the hell can you have a dream? For what?
Well,
So everybody's jiving, but let's jive on that level.
if I love you, I can't lie to you.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. But Billie Holiday said, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
You must. You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're happy. You credit him all day long. You come home and I catch up because I love you. I get the least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?